Welcome to this tutorial on Lambda expressions in Kotlin. Lambda expressions are one of the most powerful features in Kotlin that allow you to write more concise and functional code. They enable you to treat functions as values and pass them around in your program. Let's explore the anonymous function syntax and see how lambdas can make your code cleaner and more expressive. A lambda expression is essentially a function literal. Think of it as a function that you can create on the fly without formally declaring it with the fun keyword. The key concept here is that you can pass this function as an expression to other functions or store it in a variable. This makes lambdas incredibly useful for writing flexible and reusable code, especially when working with collections and higher-order functions. The basic syntax of a lambda expression in Kotlin is quite straightforward. You start with curly braces. Inside, you specify your parameters, followed by an arrow symbol, and then the body of the function. The arrow separates the parameters from the function body. Everything is enclosed within the curly braces. This simple structure makes lambdas easy to read and write once you get familiar with them. Let's look at a practical example. Here we create a lambda called sum that takes two integer parameters, a and b, and returns their sum. Notice how we explicitly declare the parameter types as int. To use this lambda, we simply call it like a regular function by writing sum, followed by parentheses with the arguments 3 and 5. When we print the result, it outputs 8. This demonstrates how lambdas can be stored in variables and invoked just like normal functions. Kotlin is smart about type inference, which means you don't always need to specify types explicitly. In the first example, the multiply lambda has parameter types specified, and Kotlin infers the return type automatically. In the second example with divide, we explicitly declare the entire function type before the equal sign. This tells Kotlin that divide is a function taking two ints and returning an int. When you do this, you can omit the parameter types inside the lambda itself. Both approaches are valid, and you can choose based on clarity and context. When a lambda has only one parameter, Kotlin provides a convenient shorthand called it. Instead of explicitly declaring a parameter name, you can use it to refer to the single parameter. In this example, we have a list of names, and we use for each to iterate through them. The lambda receives each name as a parameter, and we can access it using the keyword it. This makes the code more concise, especially for simple operations. However, for complex lambdas or multiple parameters, explicit parameter names are recommended for better readability. Lambdas aren't limited to single expressions. You can write multi-line lambda bodies for more complex logic. In this example, the calculate lambda takes two integers and performs multiple operations. First, it calculates the result by multiplying x and y, then it prints a message. Finally, it returns the result. An important rule to remember is that in multi-line lambdas, the last expression is automatically returned. You don't need to use the return keyword explicitly. This makes the code clean, while allowing you to perform multiple steps within the lambda. One of the most powerful uses of lambdas is with higher-order functions. These are functions that take other functions as parameters or return functions. Kotlin's standard library provides many higher-order functions for collections. Here, map transforms each element by doubling it using the lambda at times 2. The filter function keeps only elements that satisfy the condition, in this case, even numbers. Both map and filter accept lambdas, making it incredibly easy to transform and filter data in a functional programming style. This is where lambdas truly shine in Kotlin.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.